Hi, welcome back to Astro Tea with Ali C Astrology. I'm Ali and we are officially in Gemini season. Now, what does that mean? Gemini is the third sign in the zodiac signs. It's the first air sign and the first mutable sign. Mutable signs are adaptable, and now that we're in Gemini season, we're going to see a lot more people communicating with each other, being social, being flirty, having fun, and that's what life is all about. Now, in this video, I'm going to go through all of the 12 signs and tell you about what the Gemini season is going to bring for you, what themes are going to come up for you. Now, I am a tropical Western astrologer and I am using whole sign systems while I give out these horoscopes. It kind of makes things a little bit easier. Now, if you want to know what Gemini season is going to bring for you specifically, I do have a link in my bio where you can purchase a reading from me. These are going to go off of your rising sign. Unless you have your sun in the first house, this is going to be more relative to the rising signs, not so much the sun signs. Now, the sun sign may feel this energy a little bit, but any energy that I'm talking about in this video is going to be more for the ascendant signs, the rising sign. If your moon sign, if your emotional planet feels more aligned with a certain sign, then it's most likely that you have that sign in your moon. So let's say I'm speaking about, Virgo in the horoscopes, and you may be a Gemini rising, but you have a Virgo moon, then you could feel emotionally attuned to what themes are brought for Virgo, which in Gemini season, that's going to be more about your role, your career. So I want you to keep that in mind as I'm going through these horoscopes. And if you have any questions, please comment below. You can DM me on Instagram or you can purchase a reading from me, like I said. So anyway, let's get into it. Let's talk about what Gemini season is going to bring for you. Happy birthday, Gemini. You are definitely going to feel more spiritually inclined during this season. And what I mean by that is Jupiter is in your 12th house of your subconscious. It's going to expand how you feel about yourself, how you feel about the world around you, and your belief systems, letting go of old cycles that no longer serve you in any way and moving forward into your next phase of your life. Now, you're going to feel more open to speaking to others about your opinions, what you believe in, and that is so beautiful, Gemini, because you definitely do this regularly, but now there's going to be more intent behind it where you're speaking through a spiritual filter. Because your mind is expanding more during this season, you're going to want to speak on those things a little bit more, where your thoughts and your feelings are going to combine and come into unison. And with that being said, you're going to spiritually upgrade during this season, and because of this, it will seem like you're upgrading in certain aspects and then you're kind of letting go of downgraded decisions that you've made in the past. And Gemini, I feel like ever since Saturn moved into Pisces, you've definitely been feeling this push to either change your career paths or making sure that your career path is in alignment with you spiritually, with your soul. So during this season, because of the Leo energy that's in the sky right now, you're definitely going to be feeling more communicative with others and you're going to share your ideas a lot more. During the full moon in Sagittarius, you're going to be releasing relationships that no longer serve you or releasing beliefs that you have around certain relationships. You can also be releasing people that don't share your same beliefs and don't believe in you. And with Saturn on your midheaven, you are spiritually upgrading your career. You're spiritually aligning yourself with your career path, and there can be people in your life that do not believe in you. And I say that we do not have time for that in 2023, and it's time for you to release those relationships, or at least back up a little bit, so that way you can really focus on yourself and really align yourself with that which makes you the happiest. The new moon in Gemini is going to help you feel like a new person. By the time you have released old belief systems that no longer serve you, and you're upgrading your subconsciousness with Jupiter in your 12th house, with the new moon energy, you can really bring in those manifestations to life by using your voice. And so your manifestation technique is going to be crucial during this time because you have to use your voice to manifest what you want. And that being said, no negative self-talk around who you are and what you want to see for yourself. Because when Sagittarius season comes around and there's a full moon in Gemini, you will seriously be releasing any negative thought that you have about yourself, anything that has put you behind. You're really going to step into that timeline. However, this new moon is so important because you want to manifest what you want to see for yourself and make sure that is everything you want. Now, there is that quote that says, be careful what you wish for, especially with Jupiter in the 12th house. You're ending karmic cycles. But as you end these karmic cycles, there will be a sort of release, like kind of you're getting rid of dead weight. So once you feel that energy with the full moon in Sagittarius, you're getting rid of relationships and beliefs that don't serve you. While you're manifesting during that new moon in your sign, it's going to feel light. It's going to feel like you're finally stepping back into your power and you're going to become a new person because of that. Now, with Venus moving into Leo, this is going to highlight your 3rd house of communication. So you may feel more lovey-dovey towards others or hyping them up a little bit more and kind of wanting that same energy back. So that it will make you feel better as you're releasing belief systems that no longer serve you. When you're releasing a lot, it is definitely energetically draining. So when you're with your friends, you can be like, oh, I feel this way. And believe it or not, they're going to be right there with you as you're releasing, because this is who you are. You release through your voice. And so this won't be anything new to them as you're talking about your feelings, but also you feel more inclined to tell them how you feel about them, and it's going to be in a light, warm-hearted energy. So Gemini, that is your horoscope read for your season. Taurus, during Gemini season, you are discovering what you value most and how to communicate those values. Jupiter is now in your 1st house, so you definitely feel a little bit more lucky and feel like things are going your way in such a beautiful light. You kind of feel like there's a lightness to you. With Gemini in your 2nd house, you are kind of reconfiguring what you value. So now that you're able to bring in abundance, how are you going to bring in that abundance, and how are you going to manifest money in ways that bring you, abundance through different income streams? That's what Gemini is all about, right? It's like duality. There's adaptability that happens here. So if you're wanting to manifest more money in any way, doing that through different income sources is going to be your best bet. And with Leo energy sitting in your 4th house of home, it's sitting on your IC, you're definitely feeling like you want to create a home that is stable, a home that is lavish, and having your friends around you during this season is going to be so beneficial for you. And I definitely feel like during the full moon in Sagittarius, you're going to be releasing anything that is stopping you from your most definitive transformation. And you could come into money here as well, as you're releasing the old ways of making money, and you're allowing that new income stream to come in for you. You also will have a new moon highlighting those values and those material needs. So during that new moon, what will work best for you is manifesting what you would like to see for yourself in your home and what makes you feel stable and emotionally stable by using your voice and speaking those things out loud. Aries, you're definitely feeling more talkative this season and wanting to express yourself in a way that you are loud, proud, you're bold. You've been spiritually upgrading with Saturn sitting in your 12th house, and you almost feel like it's needed for you to spiritually upgrade and spiritually align yourself a bit better with your higher self, because Saturn is pushing you to do so. Now, Leo is sitting in your 5th house of creativity and romance. So there could be a fling that happens for you here. There could be, you're wanting to show up and show out. You're wanting to shine, and you're wanting to let people know that you are here. There has been a bit of an energy around Aries where you're kind of like on the back burner a little bit. You're kind of like, oh, well, I don't know what the next move is. And now in Gemini season, it's almost like you have a clear understanding of what you're wanting to see for yourself. And in doing so, you're feeling confident. You're wanting to confidently create with others or show others how to get on your level. So this season, you're getting a boost, especially with Mars in Leo, because Mars is always happy in a fire sign and is your home planet. You feel elevated again. You feel ready to go. You feel like you are back in the spotlight. There really is no fear of speaking because you just literally just don't care anymore. Every filter that you've had is just gone. It's gone out the window. And so because of that, you really are able to speak what's on your mind, and you're speaking it well. During the full moon in Sagittarius, you're going to be releasing beliefs that no longer serve you, whether it's beliefs around yourself, whether it's beliefs on how you make money with that Jupiter sitting in your 2nd house. You're releasing beliefs that no longer serve you. You're releasing habits that no longer serve you as you're spiritually upgrading, thanks to Saturn sitting in your 12th house. And now Jupiter is in your 2nd house, so manifesting abundance is going to come easily for you. And so when we move into the new moon season, the new moon cycle in Gemini, manifesting money with your voice is going to be so crucial for you. It's going to work out so well. You just have to believe in yourself and believe that you're worth that abundance, and believe that you are worth bringing in that money, because that 9th house full moon, you are really digging deep with yourself and being like, okay, why have I been scared to do this thing? Why have I been scared to move forward? Well, that full moon in Sagittarius is going to reveal that to you, so that way you can release it. Pisces, this season is going to show you how you can communicate your emotions and not feel bad about it. Now, I feel like this season could also illuminate your home and creating an emotional safe space for you to come back to after feeding off of energy all day. And this could also bring in free communication between your family members or anybody that you are housed with. This could be a roommate, this could be a partner. You're just feeling really good about how you're able to communicate with others. Now, Saturn, 1st house in your sign, you have been working so hard and so diligently on following your dreams. And that has been such a theme for you since Saturn entered your sign. And now you are learning how to communicate your needs with others, so that way you can feel supported in following your dreams. Jupiter being in your 3rd house of communication, you're feeling really good about speaking up on things that are either bothering you. You're feeling good about speaking up on your boundaries, and you're feeling good about communication in general. Creating a emotional safe space for you is so important because Pisces, you are so empathetic, and also you can attract energy from all over. And so when you come home, you're able to freely speak on what's been bothering you, what's been going on, and you may even learn how to create better boundaries with other people that you live with. And so this season is all about finding your voice, and so that way you can express yourself. Whenever the full moon in Sagittarius happens, that is going to be hitting your midheaven. That's going to be hitting your career. And so you're really releasing any part of your career that no longer serves you, or releasing a part of you that stops yourself from believing that you can achieve a certain social status based on limiting beliefs that, again, no longer serve you. And with Leo energy sitting in your 5th house of work and health, what this transit is going to bring for you is that kind of like the kick in the butt to get things going. If you're wanting to work on your dreams, then you need to show up and show out. You need to work, you need to put in that effort. And also, you're going to be more illuminated during this transit. You're going to feel better about the workplace, or whenever you're working, you're really proving yourself that you deserve a raise, that you deserve recognition, and that midheaven full moon activation is going to show you what belief systems you have about yourself that no longer serve that midheaven higher purpose role. And so with the Leo energy sitting in your 6th house and Saturn sitting in your 1st house, you're definitely going to feel that energy of, I'm going to work so hard during this season because it is my duty to fulfill my dreams. It's a duty for me to follow my dreams, and I'm going to go home and I'm going to emotionally release and feel supported in following those dreams. So when the new moon comes around, you want to manifest what you want your home life to look like. What does that stable home life look like for you? And so how can you manifest that? You can use your voice. You're gonna speak out loud what you want to see for your home and how you want to create that secure home life where you're able to communicate freely with the work that you're putting in while you're following your dreams. Aquarius, this season is going to highlight your romantic and creative endeavors as Gemini moves into your 5th house. Definitely feeling a little bit more flirty. You're getting attention from all over, especially with that Venus and Mars energy in Leo, and that will be in your 7th house of relationships. So you could be feeling like more love offers are coming your way. Some exes could be coming back. If you're happy to hear that, congratulations. If you're not, you could just block them in true Aquarius fashion. Now with Jupiter in your 4th house of home and Saturn sitting in your 2nd house of values, what you're really trying to manifest during Gemini season is somebody that will come in and help you figure these things out with you. Now, I know how that sounds. I know you're probably like, oh no, I don't want to have a partner, or I'm not trying to do that right now. It could be somebody that you go into business with that will help you bring in abundance so you can manifest a stable home for yourself. The full moon in Sagittarius is going to be highlighting your 11th house of social groups and friends. And because of that, you may be releasing friends that, friend groups that were in your past that aren't really serving you, or you could be releasing beliefs around your own goals that no longer serve you, that the abundance that you're wanting is on the other side of you believing that you can achieve those things. And now, how are you going to create this abundance? Well, because Gemini is highlighting your 5th house of creativity, that abundance is going to come from you being creative and putting things out into the universe that we need. What I love about Aquarius energy is that you are not afraid to be yourself. And now it's time to show up for the world and show your talents and what you're able to create, because the world needs you. And when you do that, you will bring in abundance in that way. With the new moon in Gemini, what you should be manifesting is how to use your voice to create a community that will help you bring in abundance. It's just so powerful, so beautiful, and you are definitely capable of all of that. Just make sure that you're releasing, with that Sagittarius full moon, beliefs surrounding blockages that you have around abundance. And you can manifest that stable home life. You can manifest that, the family that you want one day, or you may even see an expansion in your family. If you're wanting to have children, this could be a time where you can really manifest that home life, that expansion. Or if you're single, manifesting some sort of connection that can bring you abundance that is in alignment with your values. All in all, Aquarius, this season is really going to help you kind of hone in what specific things that you need to create and what you need to be doing, so that way you can pull in that abundance the way that you have always dreamt of and believe that you are worth all of that abundance. Capricorn, you are creating a healthier lifestyle for yourself this season. And with that being said, you're learning how to communicate what you want to see for yourself in this new healthy lifestyle, and also learning about what you need to be doing to create that healthy lifestyle that you've been manifesting. This can also highlight your workplace as well, where you are using your voice to speak to others in a way that can help them elevate themselves in the workplace. Now, Jupiter is in your 5th house of romance and creativity, so you may have luck in love during this season, but I would say that it's going to be more centered around creativity in the workplace, or creating something that will be long lasting and will help you become more aligned with that healthy lifestyle that you're wanting to create for yourself. Saturn being in your 3rd house of communication is pushing you to use your voice and to find your voice if you've been struggling with that throat chakra activation, if there's a blockage here. So during this season, learning how to work with your voice, learning how to break those blockages will be so beneficial for you, because you really have a lot to say and you want to say it well in a way that everybody else can understand you. The full moon is going to be in your 12th house of the subconscious and karma, and so because it is that full moon in Sagittarius, sign that rules over higher knowledge, you're really going to be releasing anything that is blocking you from elevating your subconscious. Now, any beliefs that you have about yourself, any negativity at all, you're going to want to release during the full moon in Sagittarius. And that again aligns with you wanting to find a healthier lifestyle for yourself, because you can't physically become healthier if you're not healthier on the inside. So because of this full moon in highlighting your 12th house, there's an importance on making sure that your mental health is in check, and that Pisces Saturn is also making sure that you're learning everything you can about a healthier lifestyle, so that way you can propel forward in your next evolutionary phase and that you're feeling really good about it. With the new moon in Gemini highlighting your 6th house of work and health, there is going to be a chance for you to manifest what you want your work and your health to look like using your voice. And so this is beautiful, because you can really manifest that healthy lifestyle that you've been learning about. You can really manifest a work that is meaningful for you. You could even manifest a raise using your voice, but you really have to believe that you are worth that abundance, that you're worth, that healthy lifestyle that you've been wanting, that you're worth putting in the work. Sagittarius, there is a major focus on your relationships during this season. You're expanding your consciousness and manifesting a healthier lifestyle, Sagittarius. During this season, you are learning how to become more emotionally available in your personal relationships. Now, with Mars and Venus both in Leo highlighting your 9th house of travel and expansion, there is going to be more of a pull for you to go travel and to go find anything that can expand your consciousness, that is going to raise your vibration, that is going to bring in a higher knowledge. Now, this also, because Gemini is in your 7th house of relationships, and with Leo energy in your 9th house, this could bring a romantic partner. It could bring a more solidified relationship, or it could even bring a lightness to your heart chakra, that you feel that everything around you is just so beautiful. And as you are manifesting that healthier lifestyle, what I find really interesting about these transits for you, Sagittarius, is that manifesting a healthier lifestyle while you're seeing the beauty of the world around you is going to come to a point in a way that you're like, oh, well, my healthiest lifestyle, my most abundant timeline is manifested through me traveling and expanding my consciousness. The full moon in your first house of self is going to reveal to you how you need to let go of beliefs surrounding yourself. So any negative self-talk needs to go out the window because we don't have time for it. And with that being said, when the new moon rolls around back into your 7th house, this can be easily used to manifest a relationship or a stronger relationship with those closest to you. Now, I feel like if you have any blockages with how you feel about yourself, that is going to manifest in your relationship. So you're going to use this time to really write out what you feel about yourself and how you can let that go, let those beliefs go, so you can allow a new relationship to come in that's going to feel a lot smoother because you were starting to love yourself more. And if you're in a relationship currently, then this could strengthen that relationship because you do love yourself more and you're able to give love back. And you could even travel with your partner as well, and that would help solidify that relationship. With that Saturn and Pisces in your 4th house of home, there's really a restriction around home right now. So because of that feeling, you've been feeling stagnant. You've been feeling like, oh, I need to get away. So with that Leo transit, that Leo energy sitting in your 9th house of travel, you're finally going to feel relief this season because you're not going to feel so stagnant. You're going to feel that go motivated energy to go out and travel. Scorpio, this season is all about your own transformation. And now Scorpio, before you roll your eyes at me and you're like, Allie, I've been transforming my entire life, what's next? This transformation is going to be so beneficial for you because you have Jupiter on your side. Jupiter is highlighting your 7th house of relationships. And so during the Gemini season, you're learning how to integrate your feelings, your thoughts and emotions with another. And now because Leo energy is sitting on your midheaven in your 10th house of career and social status, this relationship could be manifested as a business partnership that helps you not only expand your own beliefs around relationships, but also expanding your wallet because you are moving up in your social status with that Leo pushing you to shine as brightly as possible, but you're learning that maybe you can't do everything by yourself. And so during this Gemini season, you're learning how to communicate with others that can help you elevate that social status, that can help you in your career path. And the 8th house of transformation is also the house of integration and shared finances. So during the season, if you are wanting to elevate your career, if you're wanting to take that next step, this may be the perfect opportunity for you to integrate yourself with another so that way your career endeavors can go smoothly and you don't feel like you're handling everything by yourself. I know Scorpio energy doesn't like to share, but this time will be so beneficial for you because you're learning how to do that. You're transforming that mindset, that limiting belief around, I don't want anybody else in on this. Well, you're finding that a lot of work is becoming a little bit too much. You could be a little stressed out about the work that you're putting out. And so because you have a lot of attention right now, that Leo energy is making you somebody who's in the spotlight a little bit more. You're learning that maybe I do need somebody to help me with this so that way I can propel forward and elevate my own social status. And while Saturn is in your 6th house of work, you really are focused on getting your bag, bringing in abundance, but you cannot do it all by yourself. And this is going to be so beneficial for you because you're really learning how to integrate your life with another person. All that to say, as the Sagittarius full moon is highlighting your 2nd house of values, you're learning how to release beliefs that you have around money and material, thinking that maybe I can do this all by myself. Well, I really feel like this season you're going to release that belief so that way you can allow somebody to come in and help you. And with the Gemini new moon sitting in that 8th house of transformation, you're really able to verbally speak out your manifestations and helping you transform so that way your next social status phase is manifested with your voice, and that you can allow another to help you in that as well. Now, if you are not somebody who is business centered, if you're more on the romance vibe, then this could solidify a partnership, because with that Venus on your midheaven, as you have, the energy of the 8th house, shared finances, and Jupiter in your 7th house, and Mars and Venus on your 10th house, this could also signify a marriage in some way. So if that resonates with you, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. And now you are learning how to integrate yourself with another, and I think that's so beautiful. So congrats to Scorpio risings. You're doing amazing this season. Libras, this season you need to be traveling. You need to be expanding your consciousness by traveling. And what I love about this for Libras this season is that you are going to be so fun, like you're going to feel so flirty, and you're going to be wanting to put yourself out there a lot more. Now, with Leo energy highlighting your 11th house of friends and social groups, you're definitely going to be feeling like you are the center of attention in your groups. You're going to want to do more things with your friends. You're going to want to travel, like I said, or you're going to want to talk more with them. And that full moon in Sagittarius is going to release blockages that you have around your voice. It's going to bring in some throat chakra work, so that way you can speak freely with your friend group. And because you're releasing blockages around your voice and your beliefs, and even learning about the world around you, you're going to bring in more friends that share the same beliefs as you do, or can identify with whatever you talk about. Like, they can resonate with what you're saying to them. That new moon in Gemini is going to also be highlighting that 9th house of travel and expansion. So manifesting travel with your voice, manifesting a higher level of consciousness, all of that is going to be so good for you, because Libras, you have been feeling like you need to be creative more, like you need to be putting yourself out there a little bit more. And I feel like that new moon in Gemini is going to help you put yourself out there, as Saturn is sitting in your 5th house of creativity and romance. You're going to feel like you've released all these beliefs about how you communicate and how to say things, and releasing beliefs around learning new subjects with that full moon in Sagittarius. And then with the new moon in Gemini, you are manifesting more travel, more fun, and you're not going to feel like you're just working all the time. You're going to feel like, oh, finally I get to have a break. Feel great. You're going to feel like you're having a hot person summer, and you can feel good about the friends that you're attracting because they share the same beliefs as you. But you won't know if you're bringing in those types of people if you don't speak up. So you're really learning how to find your voice, be romantic, be creative, and be free this season. Virgo, this season you are trying to make sense of what your higher purpose is. Saturn is giving you a helping hand in relationships right now. So as you're trying to figure out what your higher purpose is in this world and your higher role, as you're communicating what you want to see for yourself for the future, you are stepping in alignment with others that have the same or similar goals as you. And that's because Saturn is pushing you to make relationships that are beneficial to you and your social status. Venus and Mars in Leo is moving through your 12th house of karmic cycles. So I would not be surprised if an ex shows up for you during this season. Now, this could be good news or bad news, but either way, you're releasing what you are defining in relationships. Like, what do you want to see in a relationship? And that's Saturn in your 7th house. Although it may feel restrictive because you're like, I'm not really trying to date anybody right now, or I'm not trying to do anything with a relationship. I'm really trying to focus on that higher role. You're finding that the mindset you had about relationships in the past are being let go of during this season, so that way you can move into that higher timeline, either with that person or with a business partnership that's going to help you elevate your social status. And so because of that, you're really trying to figure out, like, well, I deserve to shine. I deserve to be seen in relationships, and I'm going to let go of that mindset that I had to be somebody who was on the back burner, or somebody who is being of service to somebody else, when really you are the glue that holds everybody else together. So during this season, you're really going to learn how to love yourself and to let go of anything that prevents you from stepping into self-love fully. The full moon is going to be highlighting your 4th house of home, and you need to release beliefs that you have around your home life. Whether it's, this isn't good enough for me right now, or this is how I was brought up, yada yada. You're gonna release all of those beliefs during this season because they no longer serve you. Now, your goal in elevating your social status and finding your higher purpose cannot be aligned if you don't feel stable in your home. So really, you're releasing old childhood patterns that don't serve you anymore. You're really stepping into this kind of almost like a cosmic glow up on a whole spectrum of, yourself, your relationships, your higher purpose, and your home life, and relationships that may have hindered you in the past, but now you can break through. And as you're breaking through, this will help you elevate yourself in all of the angles in your birth chart. So I'm really excited for Virgo risings right now, because that is going to be so beautiful. That transformation is going to be lovely. So now with that new moon moving into your 10th house, moving on to your midheaven, I want you to manifest what you want to see for yourself, what your higher purpose is, using your voice. Now, you need to say these things out loud, and don't hold back, and don't say anything negative about what you're wanting to see for yourself, because you deserve the world, because you're there for everybody else. And now it's time for you to step up and be like, hey, I'm here. I deserve to be seen. I deserve to be heard. And I love that for you, Virgo. Leo, you are feeling really good this season, especially with Venus and Mars sitting in your 1st house. You're feeling more motivated. You're feeling like you're attracting a lot of attention. And with Gemini ruling over your 11th house right now, you feel like you're surrounding yourself with a lot of friends, a lot of social groups, and you guys are just talking up a storm. Like you're really social during Gemini season. Pluto retrograde in your 7th house of relationships. You may feel a little bit more reflective on your own transformation through relationships, and maybe thinking about an ex. But in the grand scheme of things, what this reflection is going to do for you is going to show you how much you have leveled up through your relationships, and you're finally finding the person that you want to be with that can help you in the long run. That this person is either going to be the person that you see yourself with, or you may be going back to an ex that you feel like was more aligned with you, but because of life and the evolutionary highs and lows that we go through, you may be contacting them again, or they may be contacting you, especially with Venus and Mars being in your 1st house. You're really attracting a lot of energies, a lot of people, and with that 11th house Sun rulership right now, you are feeling more social and more communicative within those groups. But I would not be surprised if an ex reached out to you or you reached out to them. This time you are integrating your vision with your social circle. So who you surround yourself with this season is going to be of the utmost importance, because you are trying to elevate yourself and elevate your life. Jupiter hitting your midheaven, hitting that 10th house, you're really trying to focus on what is going to be the best expansive way for you to elevate your social status, or even bring in abundance in your career. And with all of this social activity you have going on, it's really important for you to focus on who you're spending your time with, who you're exchanging your energies with, because right now you're in the spotlight. And because you're in the spotlight, you definitely want to be careful of who you have around you, but also being sure that you have the right people around you, the right energy around you to help you elevate that social status. During the full moon in Sagittarius, highlighting your 5th house of romance and creativity, what I see for you here is that you're really releasing an ex or you know, any past romantic relationships that may have dimmed your light, have dimmed your confidence. And here, especially with that Pluto in your 7th house, you've got the full moon releasing in the 5th house, and you've got Venus and Mars in the 1st. You're really learning how to step into self-love here, and you're releasing beliefs centered around either the way you express yourself or romantic relationships from the past that may have dimmed your light in any way. And because of this, you are able to attract the right relationship to you, or even fixing any part of your relationship that may have, you know, you feel like you've been on the back burner, you feel like you maybe have sacrificed a little too much of yourself in this relationship, and now you're taking your power back. And so in a sense, you're really transforming through these relationships, again with that 7th house Pluto placement, but you're also learning how to step back into your power and stepping back into self-love. With the new moon in Gemini, this is going to be crucial for you to manifest those relationships and manifest those social groups and friends that are in alignment with what you're trying to do with your life as a whole. How you're trying to elevate your social status, how you're trying to elevate in your career. This is really a good time for you to kind of sit and think like, okay, what is the next step for me? What does that look like? And now that I'm releasing relationships or beliefs around relationships that no longer serve me, how can I move forward in these new relationships that can help me elevate myself? And you're feeling really confident right now. You're feeling like things are going your way. You're feeling like you're bringing in abundance. But again, with that full moon energy, releasing those beliefs, those limiting beliefs around relationships and how you express yourself, you're able to really shine with this new moon. You're learning how to integrate that life that you're trying to manifest for yourself, while also bringing in friends and social groups that can help you get there. So this season, be fun, be flirty, and socialize your heart out, and really step into that energy of, I deserve to be in the spotlight, and I'm here and I'm ready, and I'm going to release limiting beliefs that have been preventing me from expressing myself in the fullest form, and also any relationship that may have hindered me from stepping into that limelight because they were taking my shine away from me. So I feel like this season's going to be beautiful and so transformative for you. Last but not least, Cancer. This Gemini season may feel like a giant therapy session for you, but hold on, before you're like, oh my gosh, I've already released so many emotions, what else is next? This is going to help you complete a karmic cycle, so that way in your season, in Cancer season, you feel whole, you feel confident, and you feel like you're brand new. And so that being said, this Gemini season, you're releasing a lot of emotional baggage that no longer serves you, especially when it comes to how you feel about your past. You're really trying to complete those karmic cycles this season. You're really trying to let go, so that way you don't go into Cancer season with anything that was holding you back. Now with Saturn sitting in your 9th house of beliefs and higher knowledge and travel, you may feel like there is some sort of higher power, there's some sort of, you know, your higher self is trying to talk to you and just trying to break through, but there are emotional blockages that you have surrounding those belief systems, surrounding traveling, that you're kind of feeling reminiscent when it comes to wanting to travel. You may feel like, oh, in the past I like did this with this person, or I remember when I did this as a child, and whatever negative emotion that you have about those experiences or beliefs that have been pushed on you, now is the time to really release those, so that way when you move forward and you go experience new things, you're not bogged down by this emotional baggage that you need to let go of. Good news is that Venus and Mars are sitting in your 2nd house of values, so you really are bringing in more abundance this season. Whenever you're bringing in that material, that abundance, you're really going to feel like, you know, people are just giving you money, especially if you're an entrepreneur entrepreneur. You feel like you're attracting a lot of that abundance, and you're also very lavish with this abundance. So as you're going through emotional, up and down turmoil, at least you have money to spend to make you feel a little bit better. And I don't see that as a bad thing. I think that you should be lavish. I think that you should be, spending your abundance in a way that is, makes you feel better, makes you feel more confident. Buy some new clothes, feel yourself out, especially because you're releasing all these subconscious patterns and all of these subconscious blockages that are preventing you from feeling really good from inside out. So as you're releasing these blockages, at least you could find some material thing to make you feel a little bit better. And go big or go home. Leo energy is all about big. And now Jupiter is sitting in your 11th house, friendships and social groups. And here you're going to have good luck in making connections with people that are aligning with your goals. And because of that, there's really no time for you to be sad. You're feeling very social right now, but when you're at home, you're definitely releasing a lot. So remember to be kind to yourself. Now, the full moon in Sagittarius is moving through your 6th house of work and health. And so any belief system that you have about what meaningful work looks like to you, or any health related subjects, what beliefs that you have around that needs to be let go of during this time. I can definitely see you wanting to talk to a professional therapist, or talking more to them more regularly, just because you're going through a lot of emotional ups and downs right now. And health is also related to mental health. With that 9th house Saturn, you're really feeling like, whoa, I've got to get a check on my mental health and make sure I'm good and healthy. And you are able to talk to your friends about all of this too. You're able to communicate with them. You're able to support you in this, because that Taurus energy is so stable and so grounded that whenever you talk to any of your friends about whatever you're feeling, you feel supported. You feel like, okay, like maybe, my feelings are valid and I have a right to feel this way, but I also have somebody who is listening to me right now. And so I feel like that is going to be such a beautiful thing for you. And definitely lean into that more. And then also pay attention who is listening to you, who is giving you good advice, who is that shoulder to cry on, because they are real ones and they'll be with you until the end. Now, that new moon in Gemini is going to help you manifest releasing those karmic cycles. What karmic cycle is being brought up for you right now that you feel like, okay, I've got to let this go, it's done, like I'm over it? So whatever that looks like for you, use this new moon to manifest the opposite of that. And what I mean by that is, let's say you have this negative emotion about animals. Like you had a pet dog when you were a child and that dog passed away, and now you swore that you'd never have a dog again. So let's say that this new moon, maybe you're like, okay, maybe I need to manifest a dog. Maybe I need to have that companion. So that way, when I'm going through this emotional upheaval and turmoil, that I have somebody there to cuddle with, just as an example. But you could kind of turn that into whatever resonates for you. But I believe that during this season, you're really getting a check on your mental health, on your health in general, and whatever belief system that you have about work or meaningful work, you're diving into, it's fun for you again. So that could also be a belief that you are releasing about the workplace, a karmic cycle of, oh, well, I had turned my passion into work again. Now I'm working a lot and it's not feeling like my passion anymore. This season, you may find that it's starting to flip again, where you're feeling passionate about your work, and that the old beliefs that you had about how you want to make a comfortable living for yourself through your work doesn't feel like you're clocking in at a job again, that you feel more passionate. Or you could be changing your perspective on work and also wanting to create as well. So Cancer, you're really going through a little bit of emotional upheaval, but you still have, that abundance coming in for you. You have friends that are there for you, and it's going to feel like, cycles are completing. So that way, again, in your season, in Cancer season, you feel energized, you feel elevated, and you're ready to take on whatever the world throws at you. So I feel like that's going to be so beautiful for you, and I'm honestly excited to see how you glow up during Gemini season. Everybody, that is a wrap on your Gemini horoscopes. Let me know in the comments what you think. My horoscopes are up on my Instagram, and I have mini TikTok videos available as well. If you would like a digital download of your horoscopes, I have that available through the link in my bio for $3.33. Anyway, I am so happy you're here. Thank you for being here with me, and I love you so, so much. Have a beautiful Gemini season, and I'll see you in the next video.